Gemini, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. All right, so your energy, the Seven of Cups. Okay, so maybe feeling a little bit confused. Your person, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. They've made some sort of decision. They're viewing you as the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. What you're not seeing, Cancerian energy. Okay, it looks like this person has made a decision here to come towards you. And the final outcome is Empress energy. Now, this came through in the Virgo reading. This is an energy of you getting what you want, okay? And we see the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I think you've been kind of reviewing this situation. Now, for some of you, it could be that this is just one of your options, somebody you've been dating, somebody you've been casually talking to, or, you know, there could be something deeper here going on. Or a more long-term connection. But with the Seven of Cups, there's an energy of confusion. And, you know, you're not sure. You're spending a lot of time imagining or being in your headspace here. And you're looking back at the past and you know it's time to make a decision here. And it looks like both of you realize it's time to make a decision about this relationship. All right, so we see the World energy in reverse. There could be distance between the two of you, whether that's physical or emotional. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. The World in reverse indicates that you definitely feel like there's unfinished business between the two of you, Gemini. And you're viewing this person as the Six of Treasure in reverse. You may feel like this person wasn't pulling their weight or isn't pulling their weight in the connection. You may also feel as if they're breadcrumbing you, like you might be feeling a little bit confused because you're not sure. They might have been in and out here with the Two of Pentacles, or you might have felt like they were kind of in between here. All right, and we see the Two of Treasure. You're viewing the connection as things are still really up in the air. So I wonder if there's like a back and forth here between the two of you, or it's just like this connection still hasn't found its form, or it just feels like things are really up in the air. But I feel like your person is somebody who doesn't do well or doesn't like or doesn't want ambiguity any longer. And you're in the same energy, the Two of Wands, like you know you need to make a decision about this connection. Now, the Eight of Treasure in reverse is your person's energy. So it does look like your person is kind of holding back, being patient, maybe not putting in the work like they used to, or they know something here needs to shift and change. All right. Let's see. Advice and guidance from the Oracle deck, please, for my Geminis. Advice and guidance for my Geminis, please. Your higher self is guiding you to make mistakes so you can learn important lessons. Okay, so again, I feel like there are some lessons here attached to this connection. It doesn't necessarily mean the connection is a mistake, right? But it feels like, you know, there are definitely some lessons attached to this connection. Accept your blessings. Believe that the door of abundance is waiting for you. The clearer the goals, the quicker you'll get there. Okay, so there are blessings, there's abundance coming in, but it's all contingent, Gemini, on you getting clear about what you want. And invest wisely. So invest your attention into things that support, nurture, and challenge you in healthy ways to help your soul bloom. Okay, so really taking your time figuring out, is this something I want to invest in? All right, we see obsession. So some of my gems that you might be a little bit, obsessing about this or really in your head about this connection, that can certainly, reflect the Seven of Cups energy that came out. No amount of obsessing is going to make a situation better. Find a way to let go. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to let go of the connection. Now, for some of you, that might be the case. If you feel like this is something that causes more destabilization or dysregulation here, then it may not be the connection for you. But if this is a connection or a person who calms your nervous system, who, that makes you feel loved, that makes you feel supported, makes you feel seen and heard, then this might be a connection that you do want to invest in. All right. But with the Two of Pentacles here in reverse, it feels like your person has made some sort of decision. They've made up their mind. Now, it could be between you and somebody else, or they've made a decision that they want to speak, they want to apologize, they want to heal things. They've made up their mind here. And we see the Six of Pearls. That's reconciliation. That's possibly offering you a gift or an apology, nurturing this connection, missing you. All right, soulmate energy. And the Nine of Pearls. Their wish fulfillment here, they've made up their mind, and their wish fulfillment here, Gemini, is reconciliation, or is bringing this connection together if it was one that hadn't quite found its form. All right, and we see the Two of Pearls in reverse. Yeah, it's like they've made a decision. They see potential for something loving, something emotional, something solid, stable, secure. Their wish fulfillment is reconciliation, communication. They're seeing you as the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. So it's like this person is seeing a fresh start with you. This person is hoping you'll take a risk, or you'll take a leap of faith, or that you feel the same way. The Page of Pearls in reverse. Okay, some of you, they're not sure though if you're going to accept their apology, or that you're emotionally available to them, that you want this. There might be something here they're not fully trusting. Doesn't mean that you can't be trusted, or you did something to make them feel that way. They could just be projecting. The Ten of Coral. They also know that this has been emotionally heavy for you. That you may bear a lot of burdens right now, or that like the emotion, like that this is may have been emotionally overwhelming for my gems. And we see the Moon card energy in reverse. But this person does want to know the truth, is what I'm getting. Cancer, Pisces energy. They want to know what you see as the path forward. Because right now they're not fully trusting. They're kind of assuming. They might be going to worst case scenario and then bouncing between worst case scenario and best case scenario. Because they want reconciliation. But it feels like this separation, or this distance, or whatever's going on between the two of you is spinning them out a little bit. They want you to take a risk or a leap of faith towards them. They're not fully trusting this. They're not fully trusting that you want to emotionally invest here. But I also feel with the Moon card energy in reverse is like they want to see you. They want your truth and clarity no matter what it is. So it's like this person wants to know what your truth is here, Gemini. And that might feel very refreshing. Now with the Chariot card, Cancerian energy, a lot of water in this chart. This person behind the scenes, I do feel like this is somebody who's regulating themselves, grounding themselves, coming towards you. They feel like this is a soulmate connection. Justice card, Libran energy, being regulated, grounded, balanced, wanting to heal things, wanting to come towards you and heal things. The Knight of Coral, taking action, building up that strength and that confidence, even if they know there's potential rejection. It's like this person wants to know where this is going. And with the Seven of Coral, yeah, it's like this person wants to fight for this. They are protective of their own energy. We do see that with the Chariot card and the Seven of Wands. That's definitely somebody who's protective, but I'm not reading it as defensive. And they're going to take a risk and a leap of faith when they feel balanced in order to make this up to you or bring this connection into balance. But I also think that they want to fight for this, but they also are going to defend their values or what they want or what they need here. I think you're going to get what you want. Empress energy, Taurus and Libran energy coming through strong. The Empress, she doesn't chase, she attracts. She knows her worth and her value. She speaks her mind. She's open. She's honest. She's clear. With the Ten of Spears in reverse, you're getting communication, potential healing here, Gemini. The King of Coral energy in reverse. Now, that may be, it might not be without confrontation. This person may say something that's triggering for you or feels confrontational. but you are going to be getting the truth. And I feel like that's the heart of this reading, because I do feel like this person feels like they need to speak up about something and maybe defend their position. But it's more like they want to protect their values, or they want to protect what it is that they feel they need in a relationship. And they really want reconciliation here, but it's like they want to know your truth. And I feel like Spirit's saying, stay grounded. Try not to be too much in a reactive energy, but there may be communication coming in, or this healing can certainly take place. But you may have to work through feeling a bit reactive, and Spirit's advice is to stay grounded, contained. The King of Spirits, you're going to be getting the truth and clarity that you need about this connection. We see the Eight of Treasure. Your person is planning. They know something needs to change. And the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. We're in Pisces season. We're in Mercury retrograde in Pisces, so you need to be careful with your communication. Make sure that, that you're honestly communicating, but not just honestly, like make sure that you both are on the same page. That, communication is precise. Because it's definitely a time where there can be difficulties in not only communication, but like more misunderstandings and things like that. The Hanged Man here tells me this person is holding back and looking at all the details. So they've definitely been doing a lot of thinking about this, Pisces. A lot of thinking about this. All right, so let's see what else we need to know here. What else do we need to know? Boiling point. So things are coming to a head or a boiling point here. Ghosting. Okay, so if your person disappeared, it is because maybe they started to feel emotionally overwhelmed. Okay, now it is also how they're viewing you. So I don't know if that was mutual here, Gemini. And we see sneaky. But I feel like with this sneaky energy, it's about taking a look at morals and integrity. Whenever we get serpent energy in these readings, it's about, is this in alignment with my morals, my values, my integrity? But this sneaky energy is also like this person may be doing something here behind the scenes. Now, but I don't get that they're being insidious or they're doing something bad. Yeah, they're taking notes. They're watching you. That's kind of more of the information I'm getting. Like, you might not be talking. You might feel like this person is kind of ghosted or that they're going to ghost, but they're still keeping tabs on you. I don't know if that's through friends and family or doing it in a way that they don't think you can see or you know they're doing it. All right. It can also be that this person is just thinking about you nonstop, but you would have no idea because they're holding back. They don't want anybody to know that. What else do my gems need to know about this person? They can be a lot of fun, supportive, and vanity. All right. So what I'm getting here, now again, this is something similar that came through in the Pisces reading. I hope I haven't called you Pisces. I kind of feel like I just did, but I know I'm in the Gemini reading, but I think it's this Hanged Man Pisces energy, this moon card, this Pisces energy. Again, there may be something in the Pisces reading, and what I'm seeing is here, fun and supportive and vanity. So again, this person may be a lot of fun to be around. It feels like they are supportive. But, vanity could be that you feel sometimes this person is a little bit surface level or they're a little bit too worried about optics. And again, being like ghosting and being sneaky can also be somebody who's not speaking, but behind the scenes, they really want to talk or they're really checking you out. So it feels like there's a little bit of emotional immaturity here, Gemini. All right, let's go ahead and see what they want to say to you. What does this person want to say to my Geminis? We still have things to resolve and discuss. Okay, that's true. And I'm trying to move on, or a new chapter. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to move on from you, Gemini. In fact, I think it's anything but. But I do think that they're trying to move on from something from the past. They want a new chapter here, but they feel like there's something that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be spoken about. All right. I wasn't happy the way things were going, so they may have felt unsatisfied here. All right. And we see secrets. I haven't told you everything. And again, that sneaky energy there, and it could just be that this person needs to tell you the truth about how they're feeling. I kind of get that more than anything, but again, we get ghosting and sneaky. So if this person disappeared for a little bit, you may need to know really why that is. Okay, how they were really feeling and what was really going on during that period. Okay. What else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know here? I don't know if I can meet your expectations. Okay, Gemini, this person's a little bit worried that maybe they can't meet their expectations. It may be why they went quiet. It may be that's what they've been trying to figure out. And again, vanity. If they felt like they weren't good enough or they didn't look good enough, that may have affected them. That may have made them really pull back. All right, you've been in my dreams. That makes sense. We're in Pisces season, Mercury retrograde in Pisces. This person also wants you to know, Gemini, I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer, but I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. So again, I don't feel like this is an energy of them forgetting about you, but they're acting like they don't care. They're acting like they're not as bothered as they really are. But it's like they're coming to a boiling point as well. Like they can't ignore the signs that they're receiving anymore. And that's that they want to make this decision to invest in this connection, to come back together for growth and expansion. But they are also wanting to protect their energy at the same time. All right, Gemini, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Now that can be of this situation entirely if you feel like it's not a wise investment for you, if you feel like it brings you more pain and heartbreak, or it's more destabilizing than it is supportive. But there may also be something here that needs to be released. Spirit saying everything will unfold in divine timing. Be patient with yourself here. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Now that can be you and that can be them. Some of my gems here, you may be outgrowing this person or this situation. Stay in the energy of self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Get regulated, get grounded before you act or you decide. Okay, and put yourself first here. What is best for you? All right, we see there could be some type of interference. I don't really get that as romantic rivals. It could be distance. It could be, bad advice from friends and family, work, schedules. But we also see soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. All right, let's get some final messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis. Final messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. Stay in self-respect. Act in ways you won't need to justify to yourself later. Yeah, and I also feel like that's like really, there is something here that's going to be reactive or feel confrontational. And just stay grounded, Gemini. Try to stay grounded. Speak your truth as well, but do it in a way that you're not going to regret. Be patient with yourself. Growth happens in layers. All right. And stay grounded. Emotional grounding changes how everything lands. Yeah. Be patient, stay grounded, stay in self-respect, do the self-love, do the self-care, and release the need to fix. This is not yours to manage or repair right now. Okay. It feels like this person, again, needs to come towards you. They're holding back. They're not speaking their truth. They need to tell you what they really want here. All right, my lovely Geminis, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.